From about 1525 to 1866, 12.5 million Africans were taken from their homeland.
Slavery is a big black mark in European history. The history of genocides and massacres is almost everywhere. However, slavery is not limited to European empires. The state is a tool that enslaves. Islamic states are not independent of this determination. To think that there is no slavery in Islamic societies is an emotional view stemming from belief. Slavery continued in the harshest form in Islamic states. Exploitation relations continued in the past, just as in today's Islamic states. The state used the Islamic religion and created its own wealthy class. This rich class protected the wealthy, just like today's states.
Keep it up! It's it! Why you?
The Zenc rebellion, which took place during the Abbasid period between 869 and 883 AD, led by the Shi'ite leader Ali Muhammad, was the most powerful of these rebellions. The Abbasid regime, based on Islamic fascism, was autocratic and totalitarian. Under Islamic rule, enslaved black people in the farms and fields of Basra and its environs were subjected to backbreaking labor. They were forcibly brought from Zanzibar, Sudan, Mombasa, Kenya, Mozambique, Somalia, Madagascar, Abyssinia, and Liberia. They were exploited in deplorable living conditions. After a while, they revolted around the leader Ali Muhammad. Ali Muhammad was a descendant of Muhammad's son-in-law, Ali. This revolt was not religious but against the tyranny of Islamic rules. The swamps drained during the Umayyad period were opened to capitalists during the Abbasid period. The owners of the capital began to bring enslaved people from various parts of Africa. Islamic rule supported this exploitation, which led to abundant crops and increased trade. As a result of the conditions of slavery and inhuman treatment by the state, enslaved people revolted. Most of the Islamic sources show a classic reflex and read the uprising as an external uprising. States prefer to find an external agency to exonerate themselves. They don't admit their cruelty. However, the Abbasid state was an outright slave state. The Zenc rebellion was a revolt against exploitation by the government. The enslaved people were compelling and they looted the cities in Lower Iraq. They occupied these cities. They razed the neighborhoods of the Islamist rich and put many of them to the sword. They killed anyone who was in favor of the state. They slaughtered their Islamist masters. They even turned some of them into their slaves. They successfully repulsed the state forces that came against them, but they were not organized and had no clear plan. After a while, the situation changed. The Abbasid army under Muwaffaq Billah had a good battle strategy. Despite their large numbers, it besieged the rebels' central city of Muhtare. The enslaved people put up a lot of resistance against the armies of Islamic fascism. In the fierce clashes, they sometimes pushed the state forces back. However, they were not as organized as the Abbasid state. Muhtare was defeated and the leader of the resistance, Ali Muhammad, was killed. Villages that supported the rebels against the tyranny of the Islamic State were burned. The burning of villages caused massive migration and social problems increased. Professor Dr. Mustafa Demirci's book on this subject, Black Anger, the Rebellion of Negro Slaves in the Medieval Islamic World, can be read as a source.